Welcome back, my friends, to TFT Hyper Roll with Autarch. And so much of this season is based on hitting 3-star 4 costs that I wanted to do series of videos dedicated to, yeah, you guessed it, 3-star 4 costs. And I've shown you a bunch of builds over the last couple of weeks, and really what those are just starts. They can get you into the top 4, but the difference between winning and losing is going to be pure luck and whether you can hit that 3-star 4 cost. Let's look at our first set of augments here. Since the game started us with a bard, I'm thinking Tricky Pugilist as a way to go, but nothing here fits that until you get to unified resistance. Now, the only problem is I had not gotten a Kabuko, which is usually a key unit for me to start with, but I do at least have a Rek'Sai, so I have a bruiser that can sit out front. And this game was done before they added Diana to enter the dragons, so I would have taken that otherwise, and we're going to speed through these first few fights, because basically my goal was just go Tricky Pugilist, because I know it's pretty much a top 4 finish, even if it has a slow start. I like to have Kabuko in it, but if you don't get it, there are enough bruisers to go around that you can survive without him. It is time for an item choice, and easy choice is going to be the needlessly large rod. As tempting as the spatula is, you need a Rage Blade on Bard, whichever build you're going for, so you get that on as soon as possible. And because of unified resistance, I'm just keeping everyone in a line in the back row. Also, you don't need space when you go with the trick shot over the snipers. The snipers, you're going to want more distance. Trick shots, they can get really close. It is time for the second set of augments, and nothing really exciting here. Know Your Enemy actually wouldn't have been terrible, but I wanted to see what else I could get out of all of this. End up just going with Magic Wand so that Teemo can be putting out more AP damage. And again, we'll hyperspeed through the fights. The basic strategy, of course, is bruisers up front, trick shots in the back. I finally got a 2-star Kabuko and then got another one on the bench. But when I'm playing this match, I'm really just playing for top 4. I'm not even considering winning with this, because normally that's what this build will do. It's just something when nothing else is jumping out at you, you can do it and pretty safely get into the top 4 with it. And thanks to an early Galio, I'm having really good luck in this game. As you can see, we're at the top of the health charts. And really, that's the goal, is you want to stay towards the top. Then at some point towards the end, someone's going to get a 3-star 4 cost. They'll beat you, but you'll be in 3rd or 4th. It is time for the final set of augments, and You Have My Sword is very tempting here because I have another sword on the bench, and that will make the Death Blade on Bard. Again, I like using Bard in the AD form for this particular build. Usually I use Kabuko for all of my tank items, however, because I got him late, his health isn't going to be as high, so I decided to switch items over to Galio. Even though he's just 1 star, once he gets up to 2, he will be far more effective. After the final NPC round, we get our last item choice, which nothing super exciting here, but we can go ahead and add an adaptive helm to Teemo in the backline, as he is our AP damage for this. And once we brought in Sivir, we can now summon the Kale, who acts to help speed up Teemo and Bard. I keep Sivir on the other side, even though her ult does speed up the people around her. I like to split my carries. For an item choice, we can go ahead and tank up the front line a little bit more with the Ionic Spark. I would have liked a Kaisa item, but it just wasn't there. And we have managed to get a lot of 3-star units. We have the gold 3-star Teemo, the gold 3-star Rek'Sai, the gold 3-star Sivir, who's just hanging out in the corner. But again, notice she's forming a distraction, which is helping everyone else stay alive. And we will super speed through this next fight because it takes a long time, because they have a gold 3-star Amumu that just absolutely does not want to die, no matter what we end up putting into it. But in the end, we are still into the top 4. Item choice, I am just going to keep stacking on Galio, even though we now have the gold 3-star Kabuko. Again, because we got him late, he hasn't stacked up the type of health I would like to see on him. And this is usually what I expect from this build, is you're going to get into the top 4, then it's going to be sort of a random choice of who you end up facing as to whether you can get through them until you end up facing that person who got the 3-star 4 cost or possibly 5 cost that's going to knock you out. And we are down to our final 2 item choices of the game, and I was hoping for some backline items, but these are really all frontline items, or at least the decent ones are. And we're going to go ahead and put these on Kabuko, because you can see his health is second in that group. So even though he's just a 1-cost champion, he gets really, really tanky, even if you get him a little late. But I wouldn't make him the focus of the build. Now we're in a great position, because we are just 1 Galio away. Now you can tilt odds a little bit by buying other 4 costs to reduce the pool size so you have a better chance of getting that particular 4 cost. And it worked here. We got our gold 3-star Galio, but the odds are so small that it's almost not worth doing if you have a lot of gold to roll through. So we get to now see what a gold 3-star Galio can do, and he's really well itemized. And compared to some of the other 4 costs I'm going to show you through this batch of videos, his is a little underwhelming. Let's look at it a little more closely. He gets over 1,000 armor and magic resist, and then does 2394 damage to all the enemies that are in range, granting a shield to allies in range. An interesting note, by the way, and it's not from this game, it was from a different game. If something ults like a Yone, it is not affected by the taunt. So a Yone can be caught in the taunt ult, it will come out of it and still attack your backline. Don't know if that's a bug or if that's by design, but I had that happen in a couple of games, and you can guess the result here, but we'll show it out. You can see Galio gets knocked back at this point, and he ults, and that shield really, really helps, because this team got through us before with the gold 3-star Amumu. This time, not so much, and it's GG for everyone. Hope you enjoy this video and the ones upcoming. It's all around 3-star 4 costs. And as always, have an absolutely, absolutely awesome day.